Hi, I'm Sheila Corona. Welcome to uh, Handbook for the New Paradigm, Volume 2, Embracing the Rainbow. We are on session number 41. For those of you who are following along with me in the book, that's page 243. The change in perspective that each acquires as these messages are read and contemplated as a process of exchanging old perceptions for new ones and climbing to the top of the rock so that each is discerning from a new and different viewpoint. With each new reading and contemplation, the viewpoint will change again. The belief system changes and allows the same printed words to stimulate a different recognition of the reality that each creates for him or herself. I want to pause it there and say that a member of our book study group, as we are gathering once a week to study this book and chat about it as we go through, uh, is one of the folks I was referring to earlier on when I said I've met someone that uh, was has read this many, many, many times, was made aware of it before it was ever put into book form that I'm reading from. And so I know and has said this very thing. So very interesting there, right? This is the natural flow of evolving life experience. And I just said that the other moment too. That's very true. I've said that myself. Oh, I'd like to see that again with my new eyes, or, that sort of thing, my new understanding. This is the natural flow of evolving life experience. The planners of containment continuously attempt to thwart this natural inclination through every control method possible, which is also what I feel has been behind some of what has taken place with my channels being taken down, right? There's really really no reason. The highest amount of subscribers I had was 2,000, and that took me, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 years to get to that on Conscious Conversation Central. So I have 35 subscribers as of this moment on Sassy Seer Sheila. But I feel like that is exactly what this is about, right? Whether they know it or not. Government and media programming are their primary agents of control at the mental level. Fear is their primary tool at the emotional level. War and induced disease that goes hand in hand with destructive medical treatment are the control mechanisms at the physical level. That which controls the spiritual level of experience and interacts within the other three levels is religion. The focus of religion is to contain and prevent the developing human awareness from reaching the goal of evolvement, because its methodology is designed to hold the goal always beyond the reach of the present time. I know when I first started, oh gosh, this is back in my late 20s, I recall that I just knew that reincarnation was a real thing. And my argument was that if the idea is to become like Christ, then that takes more than one opportunity, because nobody here is perfect, right? So I can see exactly what this is meaning here. Humanity has been fooled into believing a total contradiction. What is called reincarnation is denied yet reward for a life of suffering and sacrifice is to be attained after death, or possibly by future generations. Where is their logic to be found in this concept? The cosmos positively could not exist if it was not logical. The universal laws that underpin all that is manifest are absolutely logical. Therefore, the understanding of the cosmology of humanity must be logical in order that mankind may progress within it right now. The planners of enslavement have it so easy when humans desiring evolvement are contained within the house of religion with its illogical and contradicting edicts that are sold into belief on faith. I said that a lot about the whole contradicting thing when I was still in religion. Buying illogical concepts can be likened to padlocking the doors and windows of the prison on the inside and sliding the keys out under the door to the jailers. It's like asking the wolf to guard the sheep. Are all concepts within religion wrong? Certainly not. Much truth is contained within the tenets of all religions, but many distortions and outright fabrications are carefully included within each religion. I've always said that to be true too. These have been deliberately placed there to deceive and control. At the beginning of these messages, it was stated that the quote, God thing was not a hoax. This is so. It is just that the perception of what, quote, God truly is has hopefully changed through these messages. Humanity has been deliberately guided to personify, to identify. I've said that a lot. We tend to put human traits on that which we would call God or source. And that's not, in my estimation, my perception, what God or source actually is. It's more like nature, life, just is. So I'm going to read that again. At the beginning of these messages, it was stated that the quote, God thing was not a hoax. This is so. It is just that the perception of what God truly is has hopefully changed through these messages. Humanity has been deliberately guided to personify, to identify. In reality, that which has been led to personify is potentially expressing into creation. The personality of this process is with each self-awareness, not an all-powerful outside being. The outward expression of potentiality through the creational process is to expand or separate the energy into self-aware units and all that is necessary for it to recognize and revere its own potentiality and discover how to empower itself. At that point, the return trip becomes the opposite of that process. It is a gathering process. The law of attraction draws these separate, self-aware units into groups of awareness that, quote, enjoy pursuit of like or common focus that reveres the creation as a wholeness. These then become larger units of focus while yet maintaining their individual awareness. Evolvement becomes a joyful gathering of momentum, for there is agreement and cooperation, not competition or friction. It can now be apparent that the victim consciousness does not fit the above criteria for the return trip. The enslaving consciousness does not fit the above criteria either. Both vibrate at the lowest rate of human existence. Those within the quote, upper echelons of the enslaving consciousness have found the humans on earth a most vexing group with which to cope. They have since, quote, manufactured a more satisfactory slave pattern. The emotions were left out of the design. It is easily programmed. The vibratory rate is below the possibility of consciousness evolvement. The rudimentary thought process is slow, as is the ability to adapt. The cost in resources to maintain them is very low, as there is no reproduction to control. Cloning reproduces them when conveniently needed. Humanity does offer something the new slave does not: challenging entertainment. Does that please you to know that your victim consciousness rates as challenging entertainment? I would think not. It is time to bring an end to this scenario and to write the script that will bring freedom and the conclusion to the quote, long suffering that this branch of humanity has allowed itself to endure. It is time to become the winning team. It is time to claim the hoped for carrot offered by the devised religions of the enslavers. It is appropriate to birth the new paradigm now. It has been more than earned. And that's the end of number 41. I'll be right back with number 42. Until then, be well, my friends.